Uh, personally, I played the shit out of Sekiro this morning, and I made some fucking progress in that game. I haven't turned my PlayStation on for a little while now. But let's play some Jak and Daxter. Let's use our PS5 to play a PS2 game. Alright. You don't recall anything that happened last time, that's okay. I can summarize this game's story pretty quickly. Jak and Daxter, childhood friends, go off to an island that they were told not to go to. Daxter falls in some black ooze and turns into a rodent, and the two of them are sent on an adventure to find a way to make Daxter a normal kid again. And then the only people that could save him are villains, so they're fucked. Oh, fuck, we left off in the spider caves. I've only got... What do I have left to get in the spider caves? It doesn't look like I have anything left to get. I think there's probably some eggs here to collect, though. Yeah. 9. There's 9 precursor eggs, orbs. What are these fucking things are called again? Alright, well, I think we need to move on. If I recall my last stream of this, those precursor orbs are somewhere I can't get to yet. Thankfully, this is a video game I can fucking pick up and play at any point. No matter how much time has gone by, and just go. So, I left off in the spider caves, and the next place we have to go is the goddamn snow level, and I'm not a fan of the snow level. And the snow level is my least favorite stage in this whole game. Right. I don't think we want to do this yet, but Kira's down there.
All right. With these additional power cells, I should be able to supply the heat shield with enough power to stand up to this lava. But the shield still has a limit. It will now withstand temperatures up to 800 degrees, but no more. So keep an eye on your gauge. I don't want to think about what those temperatures would do to your zoomer if the shield gives out.
Yeah, the heat.
What? The Zoomer? Hey, what about us? Don't you think we could look for a safer route to Gold Citadel?
Oh, into the tube, so you can use them to keep the temperature down. And don't forget to activate the teleport gate in the Yellow Sage's lab. We're counting on you.
Fuck Fatal Frame, because this game is rated E10. Okay, alright, hold on. Slowly devolving into a baby stream. Tomorrow we're gonna play Mario Teaches Typing, and then the day after that I'll play Sesame Street for the N64.
I've reactivated the gondola. It can take you to Snowy Mountain. Use it whenever you want.
Because we were looking at Kira, or whatever her name is, and she is just as skimpily dressed, if not more, than all of our Fatal Frame ladies yesterday.
Hey, Gordy, I think we got visitors.
You think, Willard? Howdy, strangers. Passing through? Us too. Well, we gotta be moving on. Nothing to see here.
I thought you said this was a priceless gem worth...
Willard!
Actually, we want power cells, not gems.
We got 4 of them. You want them?
What Birdbrain here is trying to say is, we may have a few power cells laying around, and we might be willing to part with them for 90 orbs each.
Where have I heard that before? Hey, how do you two geniuses expect to get that big gem out of here anyway?
Well, smarty pants, we got 12 more years of digging to figure that out.
Gordy, wouldn't it take less time if you dug too?
Oh, all right already. Here's a power cell for those orbs of yours.
And capitalism wins yet again.
Oh, all right already. Here's a power cell for those orbs of yours. Oh, all right already. Here's a power cell for those orbs of yours.
Just cashing in on all my hard work 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, I got it this time. Here's
A power cell!
yeah, what he said.
That's it. You cleaned us out. No more power cell!
And I still have 231 precursor orbs. Alright, there's 7 scout flies around here to free. Still, how many have I grabbed any? 5 of them. Unfortunately, Daxter is priceless.
Seek the pure light, for within its flame, the answers reside. You can gain my power cells by bringing 120 precursor orbs for each. You have obtained another power cell.
And even the gods need money.
For your effort, a power cell is the reward.
know, Dr. Claw's rival wasn't Inspector Gadget. His true rival was Penny. Did you beat Tears of the... No. No, I haven't beat Tears of the Kingdom yet. I will... It'll return to the stream at some point. I have not played that game off stream at all. I don't want to. So someday it'll return and I'll play more of it. I also want to do so much of the game's side content, so it's going on the back burner for a little bit while I take a break from it. Because over the course of like 3 weeks I put like 90 hours into that game. Oh boy. The music here is cool. Do you guys know there was a I think canned episode, maybe it came out, but there was an episode of the Super Mario Brothers Super Show that had Inspector Gadget in it? Okay, he appeared twice. Inspector Gadget first appears in Defective Gadgetry, where he arrived at Mario Brothers Plumbing in need of repairs. It was the character's first live-action appearance, predating the film by 10 years. Yeah, I never saw the movie, but, or more than like a couple of scenes out of it anyway. Oh, please, ice level. Who wants to platform on butter? Or KY jelly? Yeah, you slide around on ice too like this if you had no shoes on. Well, ice shoes, I suppose. You know, you need those. You need good grip. I died. Let's try that again. Man, and don't worry though, because there's not much of this game left. Once we finish it, we'll be playing the second one. And boy, howdy, I can't wait to have my shotgun. I thought I could kill that guy. There we go, we have to kill all of his friends first. And now he's turned into a wizard. Alright, let me see here real quick. Stop 2 lurker glacier troops. I think we just did 1. Deactivate the precursor blockers. Did a bunch of those. We have to infiltrate that fortress over there, which is going to be great. You know, it would be cool to see a new Jak and Daxter game. We got 3 Jak and Daxter games on the PS2 made by Naughty Dog, a 4th one made by a 3rd company, and then the series has been just gone. Alright, see you, Evil. Okay, alright. Shit. You know what though, as difficult as this game can be, you have no lives, and the checkpoints are very generous. Good. I ran out of time the first time, but now I just can't platform. Oh, fuck! I was right at the end. Boy, do I love this level. I really, it's my favorite level in the game. I loathe it every time I play this game. More. Okay, that was the easiest batch. Thankfully, we get a shortcut out of here. Alright, we may as well get the fortress infiltration out of the way. We're right outside of it. Do you see why I love this level so much? Can you see with your eyes? This level is not just snow as an aesthetic for level design. This level is snow as a fucking torture device. This is the closest a video game has ever come to simulating Maine winter. And well, right now we're up to our tits, so... Alright, dude, let's go. Have you ever seen... Sky, have you ever seen The Shining? That's a fairly accurate depiction of, like, your worst case scenario Maine winter weather. Where it's like, towns have to basically shut down on our bad storms, our real bad storms, when fucking roads are blocked off. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. There have been a couple of times in my lifetime. Oh, I know, and it's haha funny, but there is also the difference in their infrastructure. Their electrical systems are not equipped for functioning in the cold. So if it's cold enough for them to have snow, it's cold enough for them to lose power. Meanwhile, here in Maine, we're ready because it happens every year. We're us in our state. We've built each other up to tough it out together. But yeah, there's a scene in The Shining where the lead female, I forget her character's name and the actress's name, but she goes outside and it's just like, town's dead and there is snow everywhere. Right. Yep. Well, I activated one of them. I was 2 years old when this video game came out. And my dad bought it for me, not when I was 2, but when I was older. Old enough to actually play video games. So probably closer to 5. Because I liked Crash Bandicoot. And this is made by the same devs as Crash Bandicoot 1 through 3. This game basically took the Crash Bandicoot formula and turned it into open world platformer game in the vein of Mario 64. Like, the area we're doing right now is not too dissimilar from those tower climbing stages in Crash 1. Where you have to climb the tribe's towers. Yay. But this is a pretty, really, like, great launch title game. Because this, Final Fantasy X, games like that, The Bouncer, which is not a great launch title. Good tech demo. And then Dark Cloud, like, you have a handful of good launch titles. A lot of them are RPGs or The Bouncer. This is just like a fun platformer, more relatable to a Nintendo game than your typical Sony game. And yet, the stuff it does with the PS2's hardware is fucking impressive, because the entire game is one map that just loads as you explore. So while not technically an open world game, quote unquote, the entire game is one map. Now, you can't just travel along that map any way you want, but the fact that it's all connected always is just impressive, especially considering the PS2 was the weakest of its generation. The GameCube was more powerful. And the Xbox more powerful than the GameCube. Then you got a day-night cycle and a bunch of other stuff. It's crazy. Like, over there, you can see like a blimp in the air. And that's a stage from previously that we played like 2 years ago. It was just Sony wanted to sell the PS2 they didn't want it to be super expensive. Like, the Xbox was the most expensive of its generation and the most powerful. The GameCube was the cheapest, but more powerful than the PS2, but not a DVD player. The PS2 had the DVD player functionality. So I think Sony, smartly, said, we'll sacrifice a little bit of power to keep the costs low, but also to include a DVD player function. And in the early 2000s, if you wanted to buy a DVD player, a PS2 cost just a little bit more than a DVD player. And it played video games too. So it's like, you buy a PS2, you can play music discs in it, you can play movies in it, you can play video games. And another big feature, it was backwards compatible. You could play all your PS1 games. You could even use your PS1 memory cards, and I think controllers. Yeah, it all in all didn't matter too much because you could use PS2 controllers still to play PS1 games. The PS2 was 2 consoles in one and a DVD player / music player. Yeah, well, the PS3 could play PS2 games with the launch model, but then the Slim Edition and beyond limited that capability in exchange for lowering the price. And that's because the original PS3 didn't emulate PS2 games, it played them on native PS2 hardware that was built into the PS3. That native PS2 hardware was getting old and difficult to continue manufacturing. Because back in the early days of gaming, everything was proprietary. Nowadays, modern consoles basically use the same parts you could put in a PC. A little bit tailor-made for the express purpose of playing video games, but more or less it's the same shit you could buy as a consumer. The PS2's Love processor, you could not buy that. Sony manufactured that themselves. The stinker of proprietary hardware is if it goes out of date and it becomes not worth manufacturing anymore. You can't keep it alive. It's gonna vanish. However, the upside of that whole thing is nowadays the PS2 is such a, you know, simple console that it can be emulated by the newer, more powerful devices. So we don't need to create that old hardware. We can just emulate it. You know, I'm playing this game on my PS5. It's an official release. I paid like 20 bucks for the trilogy. But it is technically running through emulation. As far as this game's concerned, it's running on a PS2. Now, the perks of buying this game on PS5, instead of trying to emulate it myself, is that this emulator is tailor-made for this game. And I don't have to set anything up myself. Back when this came out on PS4 digitally, the PS2 emulator that was available for PCs could not play this game without serious graphical bugs. Nowadays it might be able to, I don't know. I checked a couple years ago and it still had a lot of issues, but they may have been ironed out. Wow, can I make this jump, please? No, I can't. Christ. Thankfully, with modern consoles using less proprietary hardware, it'll make it easier and easier for newer consoles to just run the older consoles' games. Backwards compatibility in the future should be way easier than it ever was in the past. Keep in mind, consoles, to anyone who's capable of maintaining and using a PC, consoles may seem a redundancy aside from exclusives. But to a mass market out there that doesn't want to bother with PCs, consoles are still a great way to play video games without the hassle. PCs are great, but they have their issues. I just want these eggs, thanks. Stop the last Lurker Glacier troop, okay, and deactivate the precursor blockers, there's still more of those. And one I don't know what I need to do to get. Oh, shit. You know what's great about this game? Death, you respawn instantaneously. It's amazing. How many eggs do I have left on this stage? Not a lot. 32. Yeah, so the snow lurkers on the stage, which fucking suck, they also spawn infinitely. Because they're bastards. No, break. I thought I could break that with this. Oh, maybe with that. That's right, I activated the yellow eco vents, I think. Alright, just make sure I grabbed all those precursor orbs. Oh, please. Also, one last thing to say just about the difference between PCs and consoles. If you want to build a PC worth playing PC games on, or video games on in general, it's going to cost you a lot more than a PS5. It's future-proofable, yes. But, I mean, the PS4 came out in 2013 or 14, and is still getting games. because future-proofing is starting to vanish as hardware has kind of hit a bit of a precipice. Yeah, the PS4 came out in 2013, making that a 10-year-old console that is still supported. Right, that's why I'm saying, like, I hear a lot of people will say, you know, one is definitively better than the other. When the reality of the situation is, it is just a matter of preference. There is no clear winner. It's just, I will agree, consoles are the more convenient option. Yeah, that's true too. Like, what are you after as far as what you want to play? Do you want to be able to play the latest and greatest? Do you want to just play simple, you know, visual novels, puzzle games? Because there's this great little console called the Nintendo Switch that's cheaper than the PS5 that's got you covered if all you want to play is visual novels and puzzle games. Am I done here? Can I leave the Winter Wonderland? I can. Oh, thank God. See ya, fuckers. It's like right now, me with Armored Core 6, I initially was just gonna buy the PC version, but then I was like, well, I could probably get a physical copy on PS5, which is cool because it's a physical copy. The game will probably run just as well on PS5 as it would on PC, considering it's probably being made with PS5 hardware in mind. And it won't take up space on my PC. I can just have it take up space on my PS5. And it's a game I'm gonna play with a controller anyway. You know, that physical disc though, that's pretty tempting. And a box I can put on my shelf. Like, the convenience of PC is great, and digital video games for it, but sometimes with like a big release, it's nice to have a box. Like, not every video game I buy needs to have a box to take up space in my apartment, but those big ones that I'm really looking forward to, I don't mind getting a physical copy of. There was a disc in that box that actually contained stuff you had to download too, though. It wasn't like it wasn't just a disc. It's not just a disc that says you're allowed to play this. Switch still has the best reason to have physical games, because Switch Physical means you don't download anything or if you do download something, it's just an update. Because the game is actually stored on the cartridge in a playable form. Alright, we're going back to the spider caves to grab the last of those magic eggs. While I think PCs are more accessible now than they were 10, 20 years ago. I'll say 15, 20 years ago. You know, it's still a lot easier for your average consumer to just buy the box that is all equipped to play the game already. With the software and stuff that's tailor-made for just playing games, and maybe a few other things, but like... Sony's gonna put out an operating system and updates for that operating system that are more or less tailor-made for playing video games and a few other things that consoles can do, like streaming services. You're not gonna do your taxes on it. You're not gonna fucking check your email, but most people can do that on their phone if they if they need to do it digitally. They just pull the computer that they carry around in their ass pocket. And then you have people like me, who are something of a video game collector, aficionado type bullshit, where we own everything we're interested in owning and are able to own.
Step 1, stay alive. Step 2, think about not doing something like that again.
Like, I probably wouldn't own a PlayStation if Sony and, well, and a Switch if Sony and Nintendo didn't give me reason to own them. But they make games that I like once in a while. I mean, imagine if I didn't own a Switch and I was never able to play the Xenoblade games. Some of my, like, my favorite RPGs ever of all time are exclusive to a little rectangle called the Nintendo Switch. Well, I'll say Final Fantasy XVI sold itself to all of us. Me playing it may have prompted you to play it as well, but like just seeing that game in action was enough to sell all of us on it. Gotta remember how to get to the area where I was last time that I left some orbs I couldn't get. Oh, fuck. Actually, that put me where I wanted to be. Yeah, there isn't a hint of Last Remnant in that game. Which to me, Last Remnant kind of vaguely resembles Final Fantasy XII. I know it came out after 12. But it's got the same weird creatures. Or some of the same weird creatures, anyway. You know, those legally distinct Star Wars aliens that show up in Final Fantasy XII. Yeah, the battle system was strange, but you had a party member at the beginning of that game that was like a weird dog lizard man thing. Maybe that'll be enough to jog your memory, maybe not, but either way, he looks very much like a creature that you encounter, or a race that you encounter in 12. I need to get yellow goo in me so I can break that box. I need to stop dying is what I need to do. You fucker. Alright, so I think last time I couldn't do this yet because I hadn't opened this eco vent. Okay, now I just need to get those boxes open, and I should have the rest of the precursor orbs here. Isn't it amazing I remembered right where I left some orbs last time I played this on stream? Years ago. Yeah. It's nice sometimes.
maybe you can shoot better if you aim through your goggles.
Leave me alone, Daxter. I just broke those. I broke those boxes. There's one orb somewhere I haven't found. Oh boy. We'll find it. We just gotta run through the stage. I'm gonna double check the spider tunnel area because I might have left one down there. I was kind of in a rush. What we're looking for is just one stray floating egg that we might have left somewhere. Death, instant. No. No, as far as I could tell, I didn't leave any down here. Alright, well, while we're over here, I may as well check the mining operation out. One little egg to find, and then we can move on to the final area of this game. Oh, good. You know what sucks about these spider caves? It's not the spiders, it's all the fucking dark eco everywhere. As long as Nintendo and PlayStation or Sony continue to make games that I like, I will most likely continue to purchase their hardware. To a degree. Like, I bought a PS4, I never bought a PS4 Pro. Like, I don't need every single thing they release, I just need the device that lets me play the games they make. I do have quite a console collection. Really. Like, I've got my GameCube still, I have 3 Super Nintendos. I've got my Wii. I own a PS2, 3, 4, and 5. I own a 360. The oldest console I own is those 3 Super Nintendos, and then I've still got my Nintendo 64. Two of those 3 Super Nintendos have yellowed with age. Which is to say they got the bad batch. I mean, it doesn't harm the Super Nintendo at all. It still works perfectly fine. It just doesn't look like the correct color. I don't hook those Super Nintendos up. I don't really have any reason to. Hardware that old is super easy to emulate. Actually, I could play OG Final Fantasy VI without using my Super Nintendos, because I have a Super Nintendo Classic, which has Final Fantasy III loaded onto it. I might not be a hardcore collector, but I think I definitely qualify as a video game collector. Actually, I definitely qualify as a video game collector. You know how you know when you qualify? You qualify as a video game collector the moment you buy a video game that you didn't actually want to play. You simply wanted to own. And that was me and the Sniper 2. I own a physical copy of that game. I spent $15 for that game. It was still sealed. Not sealed anymore though, because I'm not one of those collectors. I might not play it, but I can still enjoy taking the plastic off of it. You know, I'm running around. I'm not finding this. Fucking Christ. Please. Have mercy. I'm not finding this, this last egg. I love Dark Ego. I didn't leave it in the water. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah. WALL-E is one of few Disney movies that I really liked when it came out. Oh yeah, that's true. There are lots of good Pixar movies. Somehow I forget WALL-E is a Pixar film. sometimes I forget Pixar is a Disney company. Pixar movies are, you know, more traditionally like films and less... There aren't too many Pixar movies that are musicals. I think. I don't remember Toy Story having the toys break out in song. I do remember Toy Story having a song. The penguin? There was a penguin in Toy Story? I don't remember Toy Story 2 very well, to be perfectly honest. I remember Toy Story 1 and I remember Toy Story 3. Because I watched 1 a lot and I saw 3, you know, when it came out, which was a lot more recently than 2. I think I only saw 2 like once or twice. Okay, this is not great. Not knowing where this last precursor orb is not good. I'd like to find it. My original pitch years ago when I streamed this game was that I was going to 100% it, because I almost never do that. In fact, this is, to this day, the only game I have every achievement for. You know, let me check something real quick. Okay, I did get that box last time. I at least did that much. Because that's a pain in the ass. Alright, I'm gonna go check the mining area one last time. I'm gonna just run the whole thing, I guess. I don't have any other option, really. Just remember, the precursor orb is going to be the last place I look. Wherever I find it, it'll be the last place I look. goddamn. I fucked myself a couple of years ago, didn't I? I just fucked myself. I said, fuck you, future Adam. Left one egg somewhere. One single egg somewhere. And didn't bother to remember where. So now present Adam has to find a random precursor orb. One singular random precursor orb that got left behind. God knows where. Alright, I'm gonna run through this whole place and see if I can find it. Just one of them, too. God, why? Fuck you, me. I thought for just a second I had located it, but it was just my eyes playing tricks on me. I found it. I spotted it. Thank God I was able to find that. Imagine your 100% completion playthrough being ruined by a single little currency piece that you missed. Oh, you beat Mario Brothers, but you missed one coin? Fuck you. Guess you won't see the true ending. Alright, well, with that, we can go and get out of this horrible level and make our way to the final act of this game, the final stage. We're all geared up for the true ending. Just to double check, let me check all of my previous locations. Perfect. Alright, I'm not so mad at my past self now. I can see how I missed that egg. It was up off screen in a rather tight platforming section. Okay. Alright, there's one more scout fly for me to grab here. And I spotted it last time before we went into the cave. Okay, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, and then we're gonna head to the final area. Okay, alright. Time to do a driving section.
This isn't good.
We've got to save the other sages.
We... Time to get on the anti-grav zoomer. Wow, good start. Oh, fuck. We're gonna have to... I'm gonna fucking die, but I gotta get all these. Thank you. The 7 scout flies, too. Goodbye. It's fine. You don't lose progress when you die. Missed one. God damn it. And dead. Okay.
Shoot the power spheres to open the door. The door's open. Let's get going.
This door? Fuck. Am I still alive? Okay, we got 6 of them. Oh, and we got a checkpoint. Beautiful. Don't crash into those. I was right at the end. That hurt my soul. Why? Why? Focus, come on. And here is the final Sage's hut, which we don't really get to explore. This teleporter is just out here.
Hey! Where's old Short, Green, and Wrinkly?
This is terrible. Father is missing. I think Gall and Maya may have kidnapped him as well.
Relax, sweetheart. I got everything under control.
Under control? Lurker armies continue to grow across the land. The sages have been kidnapped. Gall and Maya have gathered enough eco to complete their terrible plan. And to stop them, you're going to have to fight your way through their citadel.
Yeah. That about sums it up.
You've got to rescue my father before it's too late. And Jack, be careful.
Yeah, we will be.
All right, let's go. Final stage, here we come. Gall and Maya's citadel.
It's about time you two decided to show up.
Nice to see you, too. Do they have you mopping the floors now?
There's no time for jokes, Daxter. Gall and Maya kidnapped us to sap our energies to power their abominable machine. It appears they have combined the functional remains of a precursor robot with scavenged artifacts from across the land. Then they added a few diabolical additions of their own, creating the one thing capable of opening the dark eco silos. If you can free the 4 of us, we can use our combined powers to break the force shield surrounding the robot before they use it to destroy the world.
I don't mind this stage too much. It's a pretty good last stage. It's got some interesting platforming to deal with, to say the least. No, fuck. Alright, I'm gonna make special care not to miss anything.
Jack, lots of lurkers!
Jesus, how many of you fuckers are there? Or is it an endless supply? Christ.
I was right behind you, Jack! Really, I was.
Baby Lurker Factory. There. Lurker production offline. Okay. All right, moving on. One sage free.
You finally come to rescue me. Do you know how long I've been in here? What took you so long? And, what are your names?
I'm Daxter. He's Jack. He's with me.
Good job, Daxter. You're a real hero. You've got to stop Gaul from launching the robot. I'll use my eco power to help open the shield door.
Thanks, dude. Just had to go grab that scout fly real quick. Okay, you know, I like the industrial design of Gaul and Maya's Citadel, especially because they reserve doing too much of this until you get to this point in the game. So it helps this final area look pretty unique. You know, you see some of this stuff on Misty Island. Obviously, they've been fucking around there. You get a little bit of this with some of the precursor artifact locations you explore. But this is like the most industrial looking area in the game. None of it makes any fucking sense. Like, what are these devices doing? Who knows? Who cares? But it still makes for a fun final area. Not nearly as colorful as the rest of the game. Not nearly as fun looking. For the same reasons anyway. Looks scary. It's not welcoming. Now. I should have rolled. Damn it. And it's got pretty fun music, too. As a kid, I never realized just how the music in this is kind of... It's a little compressed, and it's... Some of the dialogue is a little compressed, too, but it's not terrible. You fucked me. I didn't realize the platform had moved. Fuck. Don't worry, I died just as much as this when I was a kid. I've always been terrible at video games. Thankfully, the second one has less emphasis on platforming. Still, the Jak and Daxter 2 and 3 are still really fun games though, but they are very different from this first one. I wanted to activate the thing and I rolled off and damn it. Alright, I'm gonna focus, super focus. I don't care. I got the thing.
Good work, fellows. Old Samus was right about you. Great piles of precursor metal. That insidious mechanical creation must not be allowed to wreak its terrible havoc. I will try to actuate the shield door by eliciting a conduit of energy between myself and the vast portal below.
Yeah. You do that. We'll, just go find more help. Weirdo!
All right. Two of the sages rescued. I think we got 2 more to go. Can I jump up there? Pretty sure I can't. I think I come back around. Two more of those. Our last 2 scout flies. Get all the eggs. Thank you. Oh, well, thankfully this is easy platforming compared to some of the shit I've had to do today. Too soon. Oh, no, I actually did it. Can you believe it? First try, too.
Who would have thought I'd live to see the day when I needed to be rescued by a boy and his muskrat? I'm gonna give darling Maya a little payback for this embarrassment. Then we'll see about cooking up some muskrat stew.
Last one,
Let's go climb up
Samos.
those platforms.
Gotta go save Samos. Wow. Yeah, this is a very industrial area of the game. Again, Naughty Dog made Crash Bandicoot 1 through 3, and then they made this game. Okay, here we go. Hopefully that final scout fly is up here somewhere. It is, I saw it. I saw it.
Good work, boys. You're real heroes now. I'll combine my green eco power with the other three sages, and together we'll open the shield door surrounding the precursor robot.
Yeah, that sounds like a good start. And then after you guys open that shield, what are you gonna do about the robot?
Nothing, Daxter. We have to keep the shield open. It's up to you two to figure out how to destroy the robot.
Oh, great. I get to help the guy that turned me into a furball destroy the only person who can turn me back!
First, save the world. Then we'll try to convince Gall to help Daxter.
You're too late, Samus. Once I possess
E10.
limitless Dark Eco, I will have the key to creation itself.
This is madness! Releasing that much Dark Eco will destroy everything we know. Just look what it's done to you.
It has given us a beauty beyond anything you could understand.
Beauty? Have you two looked in the mirror lately?
Just wait until we open the silos, little
Be
one.
nice, Daxter.
You think sure
Years later,
fuzzy
people
is
would have
bad.
monster girl fetishes.
And to think, you two traveled all this way for my help. Fools! Enjoy your front row seats to the recreation of the world!
Jack! Take the elevator up and stop that robot!
Final boss battle's a mech. 2,000 out of 2,000 collected. That puts us at a solid 98% completion. Whoa, whoa, no, I accidentally set the elevator back down. Why? Can you do that? God damn it. I'm gonna run over here. So from this point, this is an area we're standing on that you could see from just about every other area of the game. This big tower. And that tower over there. The precursor technology is pretty advanced.
So the Dark Eco's we are!
Wait, do I need a blue eco charge? Damn it. By the way, that silo they're trying to open up, it contains a large well of dark eco that they plan to flood the entire world with. And Gall, being the sage of dark eco, he then plans to use that to reshape the earth. So there you go, JRPG final boss battle. No, that doesn't last long enough. Oh. There we go.
Eco won't protect me now.
The longer this fight goes on, the closer this thing gets to open.
Finish them both off once and for all!
You just won't give up. Ego, it does exist.
They must not be allowed to get it!
Light ego! That could be the stuff to chain me back! Or, it might stop that robot. Stay fuzzy, save the world. Choices. Okay, fine. We'll save the world. But do it quickly before I change my mind!
We're not gonna take it.
Do something!
Well, it looks like I may have been too hard on you boys. You do have what it takes to be heroes.
But Daxter, now we can't change you back.
Don't worry about me, baby. You know what they say. Big things come in small packages.
Jack, you have an incredible talent for channeling eco. Samos, you may have been right about this one after all.
And Kira, without your help and ingenuity, none of this would have been possible. Perhaps we've found another sage now that Gaul and Maya are lost.
Yes, Gaul and Maya. The Dark Eco probably destroyed them. Probably.
Ah, who cares? Bring 'em on! We can take 'em again, right, Jack? I said, right, Jack? Wow! Put it on ice, big guy!
Warner Brothers did sound effects for this game. Why do I know the name Kevin Conroy? Oh shit, because of Batman. Yes, yeah, for the animations and the games and stuff. He was like the Batman. He passed away recently. You know, it's pretty great. One of the PS2's launch titles and one of the PS2's best games came right out of the good old US of A. It's much more common nowadays, but in the PS2 era, we were still mostly seeing Japanese domination of the market. And not only that, but Naughty Dog ended up becoming one of Sony's first-party teams. Well, that was the first Jak and Daxter, and it's one of my favorite PS2 games. It is my favorite collectathon. Like, I like a lot of Mario games, but I prefer Jak and Daxter's approach to the collectathon formula. I prefer Mario generally in the platforming regard, but the collectathon shit I like in this game. I also like the variety of stuff you get to do in this game. There's some driving sections, there's some parts where you ride around on a bird, there's shooting sections, like it's a fun adventure, and it's done using very impressive new tech for the era. And this game remains to this day the only video game I've ever gotten every single achievement in. I have not accomplished that in another video game. Ever. I have the platinum for this and that's it. I can even prove it, not that I need to. post-credit scene before it was popular.
Yakko! What could that be?
Wow! It's an ancient precursor door. It looks like it will only open if we fill all 100 holes with power cells.
Oh boy, here we go again!
I'm missing a power cell. I think. Where? Not power cells, but... Or, yeah, no, power cells, these. Oh, fuck, mountain pass. We have to go back to the mountain pass. Alright, I can do that. Sorry, I got us all excited, and then I missed one power cell. It's okay. It won't take us very long to go get it. Whoa. That scared me. I think I know exactly what I left in the mountain pass too. I think it was something to do with the yellow eco vent, which I hadn't opened yet. Thankfully, we can fast travel. As simple as that. Pretty quick fast travel too for the era. Alright, here it is. The last precursor or power cell we have to get is here. Somewhere. I see it. We just have to get to it. Voila. And die. That's okay, we don't lose progress. If anything, that was a speedrunning technique. If there were 2 games in this whole fucking universe that I would ever speedrun, it would be this or Resident Evil 4. I've played these 2 games more than any other video games ever, I think. I should just be a video game marketer anyway. What was that marketing speech I gave about Final Fantasy 15 that you liked? Something about, like, the game's development shifted focus. Something like that. I put it very eloquently. I don't remember exactly what I said, but yeah. It sounded very professional. And here we are.
Wow! What is it?
It's so beautiful.
By the precursors.
What did they see? I don't know, but here's the credits again. There is no after credits scene after this, so I'm going to just close the game down now. That was it. That was your reward for getting all 100, was just that one little extra cutscene. You'd have to wait till the sequel came out to see what they actually found in there.